All right, next up is going to be Lot 8. This is from Millet family. Millets have 3 gilts in this offering. Very, very good group of gilts they got to show this spring and summer. This is the Reese gilt, the Calico Buckle Up, Quitting Time, and then goes back to some of that good swallow stuff there that Reese Livestock purchased from them. Reese's raised the grand overall gilt last year at the state fair. Obviously, no strangers to the Barra and gilt game alike. And this gilt here not only was a nice kind of a show gilt, I think she's one that looks like a true kind of a generating female in terms of her length aside and her power she's got. A gilt that's very, very attractive up in her head and neck. She's level and square. She's a heavy structured kind of a hog that offers some extra just hard and density and shape up high, which is hard to do. When you're feeding those Barras, it's easier to not have to feed it when they've got it. And she looks like one that's going to be able to generate that in terms of just hardness of shape and look up front. Squareness of her skeleton's plenty good enough in terms of coming and going off both ends. And this gilt here was a standout kind of a baby pig, and I think she's going to be able to make those good baby pigs as well as make that next generation pretty darn good. A couple boars come to mind when breeding her. I think one of our first thoughts would be the promotion boar, the Tres Amigos, quite frankly, son. Recently sired Riley Hayden's Reserve Grand overall at the Indiana State Fair. Had a good run in terms of just making good pigs out of different kinds of sows for us and many others that have won. Great set up front, very, very heavy structured. He's a boar that is wide underneath with great feet placement and squareness and still a hog that's dense and stout about his skull and the right kind of proportions to make Barras, gilts, boars, whatever. Just a very, very good kind of a sire that makes feedable pigs that are heavy structured, that are loose made. You take him a little more hardness of shape and back like this one's got. I think this could be an absolutely killer kind of a mating. The other boar that comes to mind is Wind It Up, a boar that we're using very heavily here. No next intentions, no tricked out in the pedigree, kind of an outcross deal. Great set up front, unbelievable hip and hind leg in terms of squareness and reach. Length of rump's good. A hog that offers good internal dimension and power and center body. He's the right length of body to mate on this particular gilt as well. And the one we're using in terms of a correct boar, a fixer with some of those extras in terms of hair, density, and bone at the same time. Great opportunity with this gilt, this Calico one I think can make some big time moves.